And welcome back. Alright, all you CZ nerds, here we go. CZ P-09 in 40 Smith & Wesson. This comes to us from Big Daddy Randy. Thank you so much, brother. He sent this in just for the purpose of doing that thing we do here at the channel. And this will be going out at the end of February. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That was super, super righteous of you. 40. It's not my favorite caliber. But if you're going to shoot 40 Smith & Wesson, do it in a big-ass gun like this. Because it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. So years ago, the first semi-auto handgun I went out and bought myself was a Beretta PX4, like right when they came out, in 40 Smith & Wesson. And that has the rotating whatever system and was a very pleasant gun to shoot. Buying the food for it was not pleasant. And every time I would go to the store to get ammo and I would see that 40 and right next to it on the shelf would be the 9 for much less. And it was like, ugh. So I traded that in for a, as it were, a CZ 85B in 9mm, which then traded for something else and whatever. But so I had a short-lived relationship with 40, hadn't shot it in over 10 years. And I've shot 10mm and all kinds of everything else, just hadn't shot a 40 cal gun in forever. And it was not as bad as I remembered. Well, probably because this made it pleasant. So, took it over to my local range where they have steel, and ringing steel with 40 is damn cool. Like, a lot of fun. Only put 100 rounds through it because, you know, ammo, but it was an absolute blast. Dead nuts accurate, cannot complain. Recoil impulse was as pleasant as you're going to get out of 40. Sights were manageable. It was cool. The sights. I mentioned in a video the other day, I'm not a huge fan of CZ iron sights, and these seem to be consistent with other CZs. They put those little bitty tiny 3-dot sights, and I'm not a huge fan of 3-dot sights anyway, and then the little bitty tiny, but the upside is that they do run a noticeably thinner front sight. It's less blocky, which means reaching out to 50 yards, you can still see some of your target instead of completely obscuring the target with the front sight. So that's a nice trade-off, I guess. Same deal. If I were keeping it, it would get some fiber optic sights. The trigger. The trigger on this gun is very meh. So let's check that out. We are safe and clear. All right, so in double action, you get a fair amount of travel before you hit the resistance, and then you start pressing. It's not a heavy, it's not like obnoxiously heavy or anything. It's not too stagey. It's a little stagey, but it's not too bad. Especially right about there, you feel it stacking on itself. And then you push on through to the brake. It's it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. In single action, same deal, travel, and it's not the cleanest travel, but it's not gritty or crunchy or anything. It's just a little plasticky. And then you hit the wall, but then there's some mush, pretty good amount of mush, and then there's the brake. So again, see if I can show that. So there's my initial resistance. There's the mush right through there, and then there's the brake. But it's light. It's not terribly heavy. It's decent. It's a decently serviceable duty trigger. Especially, I think, at the price point that these go for, I think you're getting a lot of quality for the money. Although I haven't priced them lately, but let's say pre-Rona, pre-COVID-19, these were very affordable. And like I say, you're getting a lot of gun for the money. I would absolutely trust it. I would trust it with my life if I needed to. Like I said, dead nuts accurate. Really no complaints. Astute observers would notice in that intro video that the little guide rod Hootis gizmo there started backing itself out, and I didn't notice until I got home. So I'm thankful that it didn't just go down range on me, but screwed that back in. I don't know if that needs a little Loctite. I'll have to poke around. Any of y'all CZ nerds, let me know if that's a common thing or a one-off deal or whatever. It was fine when we started shooting, only shot 100 rounds, started backing itself out. I don't know. I'm not familiar with these, so don't know what that's all about. But I dig it, and we had an absolute blast shooting it. Thank you so much, Randy. We'll be giving this away at the end of February, so I'll probably get it to the range at least one more time. That's all I got for today. Until next time, be easy, y'all.